I wasn't really thinking of it as a movie. I was having enough difficulty turning it into a book. So that definitely was my priority. I did what was really bizarre that happened during the course of my research was I got a phone call one day from someone who had heard that I was writing this book. He was working at Univision, and he invited me over for brunch. I appear at brunch, and there's not one. I think there were 8 Univision executives, and it was sort of like a ambush. And they all decided they wanted to turn what I was working on into this big TV show that would sort of half be in Spanish and half be in English. And so, I ended up leaving with a television deal after brunch. And so I sort of did pause the book for a while, and really bizarre because I hadn't even finished my research, let alone written my first page. And suddenly I'm converting a book that doesn't exist into a TV show that might exist before my book exists. So yes, to a great extent, I was, it suddenly changed the way I was thinking about the project, for better or for worse. And the fun thing about doing that was that all those, this is a nonfiction book. I'm very conscientious about trying to get things absolutely right. This took me 5 years to do, but those rules do not apply when you're turning it into a television show. So all those near misses between characters that happen in real life, you can suddenly, make, harmonize. So you can have a lot of fun doing that. Now, what happened in this case was that the film company that was set up for Univision in Los Angeles blew up. Never happened. They just did El Chapo. They never got to mine before they blew up, and the rights reverted to me, and we got to resell them again like a born-again virgin. But that at least stopped me from thinking about TV and film, and had me focus on actually getting this thing right again. And I think the real kick in the pants for any writer is your editor's reaction when you first hand in your first draft. And my editor was very determined to make me work hard in between first and second draft, because she literally told me, consider this first draft a clearing of your throat. And that's sort of code for, boy, do you have a lot of work to do. And I did. And it was totally fair. I was cramming absolutely everything in. If you know anything about Miami in 1980, it is just stacked full of neon bright characters, and you could have so much fun. And it's really hard to cut them out because you kind of want each of them to have a say. But it doesn't do much for narrative flow. You're just always interrupting the reader by trying to help them see everything that you're seeing. So in the end, first things first, try to concentrate on the book, and then hopefully there will now, in the coming weeks, be a chance where I get to sit down with a group that's been gathered and think about it in a filmic and a cinematic vision.